Testing a flash convertible during the summer months? Yes, I agree. Sometimes this job is as tough as working down the mines. But I bravely stuck my hand up to run our Audi TT S Roadster for the warmer half of the year, and in a nice shade of canary yellow no less. In fairness, like now, we have driven this car in the rain a lot, on a 2,000-mile road trip to Scotland, down to a very wet Le Mans 24-hour race. We've even put up against a Porsche and some of its TT siblings. Over our time with the car, we wanted to find out if this four-wheel drive Audi was the perfect convertible for changeable British conditions, to see whether you really do need 300 brake horsepower in a topless TT, and to assess its credentials as a sports car. So, allow me to show you around the Turbo Banana. Of course, it's got to be the colour. I turn around and look at this car every single time I park it. This Vegas yellow, it's only available on the S, which makes it a little bit special. It's a proper Lamborghini hue, way better than silver. Some of you are probably going to hate it, but personally, I think it's great. And on a cloudy day, it's a safety feature. The open-top driving package, a real lifesaver in the spring and the autumn, means we've spent as much time with the roof down as possible, with these toasty heated seats and the vents here in the back of the headrest to keep your neck warm. It's a bit like a gentle hairdryer, and probably the closest that I'll ever get to one. The virtual cockpit, the VR revolution is here, and it's come to cars. Every Audi under the sun is soon going to have these digital dials with a 12.3-inch screen, but the TT had them first. I found them a little tricky to use at first. It's hard to get your head around all the menus, but as soon as you click in with it, you realise that this is the future of car interiors. Technology at its best, and they're certainly better than having a pair of these on your head. Manual gearbox. Your TTS will be slower and thirstier than if you went for the automatic, but this is cheaper, and also, more importantly, it adds a proper layer of interaction between you and the car. Otherwise, the car is so fast and capable that it can leave you a little bit cold, so 3 pedals is a must. In fact, this car is so fast and so grippy that if you squint and you concentrate really hard, I mean really focus, then it kind of feels like you're driving a miniature version of one of these. Noise. Half the point of having a Roadster is to hear the sound of the engine, right? Except that while the V10 in the R8 sounds like this, and the 5-cylinder turbo in the TTRS, that sounds like this, the noise our car makes, well, that sounds like this. The sad truth about owning a Roadster in the middle of a big city is that the clue is in the name. You kind of need good roads to make the most of it. This car's only really shone on the longer road trips we've taken it on, and the truth is it's just not as much fun here as it is somewhere like this. This cloth roof. Now, it's well insulated, it's refined, it topples in just 10 seconds flat. That's all fine. What's not fine is that it also attracts hair, dirt and leaves like a magnet, and it's a real pain to clean like a velvet jacket.
The attention. It's good to stand out, don't get me wrong, but some days it's hard to put yourself on display, and you need a pretty thick skin to drive around London in a yellow topless sports car. Occasionally, I feel like I need to keep a disguise in the boot for going incognito.
Unbelievably, even in 2016, some people think that Roadsters are just for women. And that's just plain wrong. But some Audi owners are a little bit diehard, if you know what we mean, and that's not really something that we buy into. So those are our thoughts on the Audi TT S Roadster. It's a brilliant all-rounder, and we'll be sad to see it go. But before it does, we're taking it for one final pit stop, here to West London Audi, for a final checkup and to take you through all the options that you should take a look at if you're thinking of buying one yourself.
Yes, West London Audi. When it opened in 2009, the world's largest Audi dealership just also happens to be my local garage. I'd never been inside, but set foot through those doors and it's a monument to everything that wears the four rings. Arranged over 7 floors with 190,000 square feet of space to play with, it was the perfect place to give our TT S Roadster the VIP send-off. We were greeted by James Barr Miller, who helped us sneak our car into the vehicle lift to the very top floor, alongside the Le Mans Racer and a few other cool toys, to take pride of place on a plinth in the window. He also told us a bit more about the spec too, which options people often go for with the Roadster, and revealed his own car is an S3 Sportback, in yellow no less. We knew someone would be converted to the cause.
Right, this is where we talk value for money. We'll run through all the options that we fitted to our car, tell you what worked and what didn't, and give you an idea of our must-haves. So first of all, the TTS. Why do you want to get this instead of the standard car? Well, it's not just for the power or the looks, you also get a proper spec bump for your extra cash. The changes are definitely more than skin deep, and there are some big ticket items on the menu if you do go for the S, including these full LED headlights here at the front, and also Audi's magnetic damper control, which gives you a really nice fine balance between ride and handling, which is important on a sports car like this. The interior hasn't been neglected either, so the S costs about £3,500 more than your S-Line top spec 2 litre, but as you can see it comes with all the trimmings inside. So you've got these super sport seats, you've got an extended leather package that includes the doors and then some of the dash as well, and the metal pedal box and sports steering wheel. Of course, they have left a few choice items off the list, and there are a couple of options that you should probably look into adding to the car. First up, the open-top driving package. We went for that because it costs less than the automatic gearbox, and on frosty mornings, the heated seats, the vents in the headrest, and the wind deflector all pretty much pay for themselves. The second bundle we went for is the comfort and sound package. It's another popular option and includes the digital dials here on the vents, which can show you the temperature and climate controls, and then also these Bang & Olufsen speakers, which are absolutely amazing, providing deep, rich sound that you can hear no matter how fast you're driving, even with the roof down. Luxury kit like that is all well and good, but you're probably better off saving your money and spending it on things you'll actually need, including cruise control and rear parking sensors, neither of which are included, and of course this lovely hue of metallic paint. It's with a truly heavy heart that we have to give back the Turbo Banana. The thing is, it's the sort of car that a journalist might drive for a day and claim is cold and uninvolving. Drive one for 6 months though, and you really start to appreciate the sheer breadth of its abilities. There's no situation I've yet come across where this car has performed anything other than exceptionally well, and we've had no major niggles with it, even with the complicated virtual cockpit displayed. The thing is, this is a drop top that demands zero compromises from its driver. In terms of dynamics, practicality, refinement, none of that is an issue here. I just wish I'd thought of more excuses to use its pace and its poise on a regular basis. And the kicker, it'll do 400 miles on a single tank of fuel when you're cruising, so it won't even cost you that much to run. Life's gonna seem a lot grayer without it. In fact, do I have to give it back?